and good morning to everyone else watching us around the world. This is a very special occasion, and it's an honor to be speaking to you, my beautiful Edo people, and our guest today about the importance of our cultural heritage. My name is Ikponmwosa Asuen. I want to start by thanking our guest sister here, Lady Negme Obasuye, for thinking, executing, and persisting on this noble initiative. I have spoken to her on a few occasions, and I must tell you that putting this together, it's not easy.
No.
So please, let's give her a round of applause.
Yes.
Edo culture comes with a lot of beautiful stories. Stories of courage, love, endurance, stories like the stories of Queen Eden, and Emota. So today I'd like to give my speech based on 3 stories. One happened 39 years ago at the age of 7. When my father summoned me and my siblings, he said to us, meaning you guys will have to start speaking Benin in the house. We grumbled and protested that we do not want to speak Benin to pollute our command of the so-called English, special English language. It was literally an abomination then to speak vernacular. In fact, we could as well call it vernacular at that time. The perception of what the society, especially schools, taught of our mother tongue made us kill our tongue.
Yes.
Just imagine cutting your tongue and borrowing someone else's tongue to speak. I stand here today and I'm glad that I still have the ability to speak some of my language. But I also stand here reflecting on what happened to that 7-year-old boy, that he did not embrace what is his identity. When I get answers to those questions, I only see one picture, which is the picture of my father.
Okay.
Now, I'm not here to blame my 88-year-old father, because the tables have turned now and I'm now a father. But I just want to use this as a metaphor to ask you and us in general, what are we accepting from our kids that we shouldn't? What are we doing today to change the cultural identity for them tomorrow? 3 months ago, I traveled to Ottawa for a speaking engagement. And I met a young man of Edo heritage. I asked for his name and he gave me an English name. I said, no, what is your Edo name? And he said, the name is too long, it's hard to pronounce. I said, give me, I'll try to pronounce it. He still insisted, he couldn't give me the name, he doesn't know the name, he said it's too long. So he gave me his complimentary card. And I'll tell you today, I saw one of the most absurd things. I don't know if you guys have ever seen it. He abbreviated his son name with an English name.
What?
Now, I will not, for protecting the young man, I will not call the exact name, but it was something like a room wisdom. Totally killing the meaning of the name. I felt hot. It wasn't my name, but I felt seriously disrespected.
Yes.
So my question is, what are we doing to prevent? And I felt it is very important for me to put it in. It is my own radical way of fighting to retain our cultural heritage.
That's good. Thank you.
No offense. And I decided to actually dump it because so the English people can have more names to give their kids. And no offense to the English people, but this is a way of protecting my own culture. When the colonial masters invaded our culture, stealing our arts, talents, names, and language a long time ago, and some people will say, how did they steal our names? They stole our names when you felt it was important to put an English name as your first name.
Yes.
They stole our names when you come over here and you think you have to swap your native name into the middle so that you can get a job. So, if we have to take back our cultural heritage, our name and our language, we have to be radical the same way they were forceful and radical to steal this thing from us.
Yes.
I once attended a Greek festival in Scarborough, and I quickly observed two things. Number one, they had lots of children at events. I don't know how many of our children we have here with us today.
They are not here.
Okay.
Their parents are not here.
Number two, they never spoke a word of English. Now, I say this is an example of radically preservation of culture in a nation that is English speaking. We're saying Professor Asuen for really showing us how it is to preserve our culture, and I'm learning from that. You spoke here, and 90% of what you spoke about was in Benin, apart from the quotes you gave. I observed it. So today is the language day. I think if we don't gradually challenge ourselves on what we will do to preserve our culture, this day is just going to be like an indoor caravana event where we get to eat, drink, socialize, talk, and take no action. I probably have spoken Benin for 10% today. The next time I want to be able to improve it to 20 or 30%.
Thank you.
And after that, until it gets to 100%. I would like to end this speech today by reminding us that Benin was once the capital city and commercial hub of the pre-colonial Africa. And here, which is the most, still holds the Guinness Book record for the largest handmade wall.
Yes. And the eighth.
These are some of the qualities. These qualities are still inherent in us. Edo or Odion, but are we where we should be? Thank you.
Thank you.
Please give my brother, my son, a round of applause.